Okay. I think we're live. Let's do quick test with the VTuber model. Okay. I am neutral. Now I am even more neutral. That is sad. And that has my eyes closed. I'm testing because I haven't used my model in a couple of weeks. Mostly because I got used to the PNG model. The PNG tuber model that I made. And then that didn't work out. Because apparently it was a resource hog. Especially when I play games that are highly intensive to the bandwidth. And apparently Toho is one of them. It's so weird. I didn't expect Toho to be a graphically intensive game, but then again, there's a lot of bullets all over the place, so I can believe that. I can actually believe that now. Anyways, I think we're good. We will just stay happy neutral. Yeah, that's a good place. That's a good place to keep it at. Maybe next session I will make a note of the specific keybinds that I have for this model. But until then, we're just going to be neutral. Alright, so welcome everyone to another live stream session. I did mention that we were going to do a live stream yesterday, but it was already too late in terms of time, and well, I also got busy with other stuff. So we're doing it today. And today I have finally configured my capture card or video capture card to capture PS3 games. I can now play and stream PS3 games. That is amazing. This is great. This is awesome. I need to move this. I need to move this slightly to the left and shorten the screen. Yeah, so I have the screen popped out just so I can not only see the chat but also the stream's health condition. So just in the event that we end up crashing, I will know. I am not going to play on OBS's screen. But yeah, it's been a while since I actually touched my PlayStation 3. I didn't even realize that I signed in. Nevertheless, had a username as my real name. So this profile here that I'm using right now actually had my real name on it, and then I realized, wait a minute, I probably don't want it on here. So then I ended up changing it. I'm glad that you can actually change this stuff. I also have some music apparently on this PlayStation 3. A lot of old songs that I downloaded from YouTube back in 2015, 16, around the time when I got my PlayStation 3. Like, I think I can actually figure out when it was. So these are all the games that I have on here. I mostly just use my PlayStation 3 as an emulator for old games. And yeah, here's Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, my first experience with a Persona game. Well, actually, that's a lie. 2015, yeah. February 10, 2015, that was when I first played Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. And I think I played Persona 1 like a year before this. So I got into the series around 2014, 2013. 13 was around the time I learned about it. 14 was when I actually started playing it for myself. In any case, judging from the title and the description, we know which game we're going to play. Not Empires, but Samurai Warriors 4. Yeah, one of my favorite Samurai Warriors games, and probably in my top 5 favorite Koei Tecmo games. There's a lot of great ones. I'm a big Warriors fan, but this game, probably my favorite out of the Samurai variant. Besides Samurai Warriors 2. 2 was also pretty good. I had a little bit more experience with 4 though, mostly because it was one of the big games that I played all the time on the PlayStation 3. Hey, Druid! So yeah, I got my PlayStation 3 to work, and also my capture card. So I can play PS3 games now. I can touch the Metal Gear series. I have 2, 3, and even Peace Walker on here. Yeah, this was around the time where they were still available on the online store, 2017. I also have Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires, but that will require a bit of planning. Maybe I could get people to make their own custom characters. Yeah, I'll have to plan ahead of time for that one. Just like Samurai Warriors 4 Empires. Oh, and speaking of which, I also own 10 and 10 too. I have a completed save file of 10, and I'm not sure about 10-2, but this is a way to play the remaster without having to deal with using mods to make the Steam version actually work, because the Steam version has a lot of bugs. I own both. I own the Steam version and the one for PlayStation 3. I will unfortunately not be able to change the soundtrack, but barring like 2 songs, I actually prefer the remastered soundtrack. So yeah, that's also something I can play. And just for people who are wondering, yes, I do own Final Fantasy VII. I own it for this, and no, I think this is the only way I own it. Yeah, and 8. I bought Final Fantasy 8 like 5 times over my lifetime. But yeah, enough going through all of my games, all my game libraries. Maybe this too. Anyways, I'm getting easily distracted. Let's start with Samurai Warriors 4. Released in 2014, Koei Tecmo. Gosh, 2014, huh? Oh, I should have looked at the date. I should have looked at the date of when I bought this. Yeah, the PS3 has this thing where when you start up games, it switches to a new input. And whenever my capture card ends up losing signal, it ends up having that rainbow graphic. So that's interesting. I didn't even realize that when I was testing out my graphics card. Or my capture card. There's a difference. This game uses an autosave function. The HDD access indicator will flash while the autosave is in progress. That's fair. I haven't really tested the audio all that much, so if the game ends up being louder than me, we'll have to fix that. Okay, so I got this game around 2018. That was when I first started playing it. Wow, I played it really early during the day. I got 161 hours into it, and I completed 12 stories. Don't remember if that's all the stories, but I'm pretty sure I skipped a couple stages and focused more on the Chronicle mode, the extra mode, where it has a custom character that you can create. We are not going to load this. We are going to start a new save file. Create a new save, yes. Gosh, this is so exciting. It's been a while since I played this game. I did a quick test match with 2 stages yesterday, but I'm excited to replay it again. Playing with the difficulty level on easy will make it easier to progress through the game. Play the game on easy setting. The difficulty level can be changed within the game at any time. I am decent at Warriors games, so I do not need to put on easy setting, especially with this game. I should also note that my graphics card has this thing where it's like a couple second delay. It's like a millisecond, but you can definitely tell when you're playing games that require heavy action. Oh no, you're watching me? Oh, great. That's awesome. Well, good luck with One Piece. First time you play the game, various tutorials will be displayed. As you progress, do you wish for the game to be paused? Any tutorial displayed each time a new one becomes available. Just so we can get through explanations easier. Yeah, I'll leave that on. Turn on wireless controllers vibration settings. No, thank you. Especially with the fact that I sometimes rest my controller next to my microphone. I'd rather not have it vibrate constantly. You just constantly hear the sound. I'm not sure if that actually did anything, but it might have. All I did was just rub the base of my microphone. Oh, this is nostalgic for some reason. I know it's only been since 2018, but I feel like this game was a big part of my teen years. Such a cool display of the cherry tree showing up and the little brothers becoming older. Looking back at this intro, it's actually a little more lazier than the other Samurai Warriors intros. It's just scenes from the game, showing off all the characters and new characters. Hey, there he is, Nobunaga himself. Still hype, but I mean, the other games made their own CGI openings, so can't beat Samurai Warriors 2, sadly. And the conflict with the brothers. The main point of the game, even though I actually didn't really care about them when I first played. I kind of feel bad for skipping most of the Sanada storyline. I was more interested in the stuff revolving around the Tokugawas. Internet connection disabled. Yeah, I disabled that myself. I don't need internet for this game unless I'm playing multiplayer. But I don't really have anyone I can play multiplayer with. New music track has been added. It will be available for selection at the pre-battle screen. Now, I believe that's because I bought DLC back in the day. It was like a simple music DLC pack. I think I can actually check it out right here. Yeah. It was tracks from the earlier Samurai Warriors games. I think the only reason why I bought this was because it had In the Capital. Been in pretty much every single Samurai Warriors game except for this one. It was a DLC exclusive for some odd reason. It's also extremely slow for some reason. I would love to find the Jack Frost doll. You know, if it's not haunted. Okay. So we could show off a bit of Chronicle mode and make our own custom character and go throughout the world, but we'll save that for later. For now, let's tackle the story mode. Yeah, so I technically can play some network multiplayer, but there's also two-player split screen mode. Never really been a big fan of the split screen in these games, mostly because you split the screen. You have a dedicated side for one character, and more often than not, it removes a bunch of enemies on the playing field. So it actually becomes a little more difficult to judge whether or not you're dealing a lot of kills to the enemy side, especially since not many of them load. Or we're just gonna focus on the one-player storyline. Not the hee-hoes! Not the hee-hoes! I'm gonna have to check the settings for this real quick, though. I feel like for some reason it's lagging a bit, but I can't tell. Okay. That should do it, hopefully. Alright. What will we play as first? I didn't actually plan this ahead of time. I have not played this game in a long time, so I don't remember which is the story you're supposed to start with. We have a couple of options. In terms of historical accuracy, I believe Legend of Chugoku happens first. But my knowledge on the Sengoku Jidai era of Japan is kind of limited. Especially since I'm more interested in the Three Kingdoms era of China, which, you know, that's what the Dynasty Wars games are based off of. So instead we'll just go with the Legend of Oda, which is the story that most people usually start with. Oh hey, it's 1 star! Maybe it is. The Battle of Okehazama, which is weird, that's usually Nobunaga's most important battle. Launch a surprise attack on the massive Imagawa army at Okehazama. Now is the time for Nobunaga Oda to change the course of history. Now, question is, do we play on normal or hard mode? Well, since we're barely starting, it's usually a bad idea to play on hard mode. I remember the last time I did a Warriors game for the channel. I started on hard mode for Dynasty Warriors 7, and, well, let's just say that only lasted one part. For good reasons. Now, why Mitsuhide is here, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly if he was a part of this battle. I love this guy, though. Not just with his voice, but his design, too. Straight up a villain. He's got that faded haircut too. Such a wacky design, and yet it works. Because he's totally just supposed to be the villain. Meanwhile, here's the real villain. Depending on your perspective, of course. Okay, so you two are just spectators in this. Not a part of this whatsoever. The Spider Warrior, pretty much. The Warring States period, okay. That's what they usually call it. Yoshimoto Imagawa. He's usually portrayed as a fool in these games, even though he was a force to be reckoned with in history. He was this close to gaining shogunate. It was a stroke of luck that the rain just so happened to be there. Which ultimately led to Nobunaga's win in the end. Despite the fact that Nobunaga was such a small army with barely the amount of soldiers that would be 1/4 of Yoshimoto's, he still managed to win this. He got that wind blown in the hair. Character selection. At the select screen, you can select 2 characters, 1 primary and 1 secondary, you wish to take into battle. Press select in battle to switch player characters. Yeah, so this is a new thing for this game. You can switch characters. So theoretically, you can play as almost everyone in the entire storyline, especially since there's a lot of characters in this game. And yeah, I have noticed there is a bit of slowdown with the audio. I don't think there's really anything I can do about that, sadly. I think that's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Unless... Oh gosh, it's so tiny! Thought that would help, sadly. But no. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to deal with this, with the lagging audio. Oh well. New game? Yeah, pretty much. We could have played Final Fantasy VII today, but I decided to test out my PlayStation 3, how PlayStation 3 emulating would work on my video capture card. But oh well. If it's gonna act like this, then maybe I will have to configure some settings later on, but we can just deal with it for now. Tiny Oda. I know, they just become super tiny. Alright, well obviously we're gonna play as Nobunaga. Despite it being his story, he doesn't really show up in a lot of stages. It more so has to do with Mitsuhide. And Well, obviously we're also going to play with his wife. I mean, oh gosh, I should have rephrased that. We're going to play as his wife. No. Which is probably what she said after I said that awful, awful thing. You know what? We're gonna be Tiny Oda for now. We're gonna be Tiny Oda, and I'm just gonna stretch the screen a little bit. Maybe that will help. Okay. We're gonna play as the power couple. I'm pretty sure they were a couple at this point in history. I'm not sure. We're going to play with this one. Yeah. Not the worst thing I've said. Let's keep that in mind. So yeah, the Serpent Katana for Nobunaga and Scorpion Claws for No. I enjoy her moveset in these games, but I kind of feel like the change in the next game for her having a bow was a much better decision, especially for the character becoming much more different than she is in this game. In this game, she's a sadist. In Samurai Warriors 5, No becomes more like an actual person with an actual personality. Sadly, No can't have kids, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what I remember. I think most of her kids were adopted or were from different mothers, but No herself didn't have any children. I don't think she could bear any children. Alright, so in this game we can switch between characters and we can also delegate them to different parts of the map. I don't think there's a way to do it in the menu, but when we're in battle we'll be able to. And they also added a mechanic where certain parts of the map will be red, which will indicate that there are flag bearers there. The enemies will be much stronger and have a significant defense and offense buff. So what you need to do is get rid of the banners in order to make the enemies easier to deal with. Of course, once the areas are deep in red, you can't do anything about those until a certain plot thing happens. So we'll just have to play through the stage until we can get to the bottom left, which is exactly where Ieyasu Tokugawa is. Ieyasu Tokugawa is to the bottom left, and Yoshimoto Imagawa is the big helmet icon, and that is going to be the victory condition, as you see at the bottom. So as long as Nobunaga doesn't get defeated, we will be just fine. Just clip that. Dang it. Hopefully we can get to the point where we can play as Musashi. I'm not sure if Musashi is playable in the story mode. I believe he's only a side character in this game, or he appears a lot in the DLC. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure Musashi and Kojiro are just delegated to the Chronicle mode. So this game on a PlayStation 3 emulator on PC is almost impossible to play, and that is because of the graphics. I don't know why, but the graphics are just... apparently they're just too much for the emulator. Most other games work fine, but Samurai Warriors 4 and Samurai Warriors 4 Empires are the exceptions. And Samurai Warriors 4 2, which is a horrible name. Alright, so basic attacks, or basic actions. Movement, obvious. Normal attack is with square, the most basic attack. Press repeatedly to perform consecutive attacks. That's basically the I win button. And power attack, triangle. After a normal attack, a powerful attack can be used as a follow-up to a normal attack. Hyper attacks. This is a new thing as well. When you press the triangle button, a high-speed attack that allows you to swiftly eliminate enemies in a broad area. Follow up with square or triangle to unleash additional attacks. Triangle is to continue the hyper attack, and square is to initiate a big finisher. Special skill R1, a special move unique to each individual character. I think Nobunaga gets a shield with his R1. And finally, block, which you're going to want to make use of in this game for another mechanic that we will get introduced to later on. And start button to look at your combos. Let's do that right now, actually. Commands. No, that's actually to command your character. Okay. battle info. Here we go. Player characters, attack mode. That's a lot of menus to go through. So Nobunaga is a special skill-oriented character. Some characters have their own types, and depending on the types, they will have different attack strings. Nobunaga has the basic square triangle strings, and No is also a special skill, so that's all we're gonna get. For Nobunaga, his R1 strengthens the weapon's attack, so it's a buff. And for Nohime, it's set a time or touch activated bomb. At higher levels, you can set multiple bombs. I never found much use for these. They were more so just for decoration. However, 4.2 is on Steam. It is, and that's probably the version I'm going to get. Alright, let's go. My gosh, his voice is amazing. Yeah, so they were severely outnumbered in history. It was kind of a miracle that Nobunaga was able to defeat them with just his insignificant army. But that was more so due to the weather. Hello, my lovely wife. There she goes to kill more people. What a lovely woman. Ah, we have objectives now. Defeat Ujitoshi Senna in order to take Tange Garrison. And that is literally right underneath No. Okay. Objectives. The battle situation will change dramatically as new objectives are issued. By clearing objectives, the battle conditions will change in your favor, and you may also receive experience or other rewards. It's always good to do these. Occasionally, multiple objectives may be issued at one time. Press the select button to switch characters in order to clear objectives in different parts of the battlefield. Mostly because in some maps, some characters will be sectioned off into different areas and they'll be locked in those areas. So you'll have to constantly switch. I really like the addition of the partner character in this game. It adds to the strategy of trying to manage the entire map and your army. Especially with these secondary objectives happening every so often. And constantly as well. Ah, there he is. Hanzo Hattori. I forget the voice actor's name, but voiced by the amazing guy who also does Kazuma Kiryu's voice. And you can totally tell when he speaks. The way Nobunaga speaks in Japanese is so fun. He has the amazing laugh, but he also talks in a very slow dialect. It's both silly and intimidating at the same time, and I love it. The enemy army features standard bearers. Yeah, so these are the bearers. You defeat them to make the enemies easier to deal with. And when the banner is up, your hyper attacks won't do anything to enemies. And they will be able to get you out of them with no problem whatsoever. Also, if you can't hear it, Nobunaga's weapon is making a lightsaber noise. The decision to give Nobunaga a black lightsaber sword was the best decision ever. He is the Demon King in name in history, but in these games, he is straight up just a Demon King. Defeat Hanzo Hattori and Ujiyoshi Yoshida in order to take Zenshoji Garrison. Attack effectiveness. The various different attack moves have different levels of effectiveness against different types of opponents. More effective moves will deal significant damage and change the color of your opponent's health gauge. Okay. Hyper attacks are effective against ordinary soldiers but can be easily knocked aside by officers, so don't do it when officers are nearby. Powerful attacks, or power attacks, are particularly effective against enemy officers, and normal attacks and special skills are just as effective against any opponent. Use a specific attack move repeatedly will improve the character's proficiency. I do not remember the proficiency stuff from this game. As proficiency increases, the effectiveness and speed of the move also increases, and new moves become easier to learn. Yeah, see, this is a whole mechanic I completely forgot about. A character's proficiency with the various move skills or move types can be confirmed by pressing the start to display information screen, then selecting battle info and player characters. Okay, simple enough. And there's Hanzo with his Western-like armor. I don't know how to feel about that design. Yoshimoto just wanting to constantly play Kimari. Again, he is not like that in actual history. Are you here to make my little hell? Are you referring to me, my lovely wife? Ah, the finishers. So sweet. You really want to fight a guy with a giant glowing dark sword of darkness? Well, apparently you do. Let's activate a Muso. Oh, we got a level increase and a new move. Big animation attacks. Always awesome to see. Alright, so Nobunaga gained more hyper attacks and more finishers for the hyper attacks. Nice. Usually the animations are sectioned off to the second combo and fourth combo are going to be the same. First combo, third combo are going to be the same. And the fifth combo is usually something very, very special. Alright, let's summon our horse now. Look at my horse is amazing. Well, not really. Take the path on the cliff in order to enter the Imagawa main camp and ambush the Imagawa army. That sounds like a job for you, my lovely wife. Some Muso attacks. Successfully landing attacks on the enemy will cause your Muso gauge to fill. Once the gauge reaches a certain level, you can use part of the gauge by executing a particularly devastating attack. Muso attack, the circle button. Inflict massive damage to the nearby enemies, and that was the big animation that Nobunaga did. True Muso attack. Circle, while health gauge is red, unleash an even more powerful version of the Muso attack, which is always great to use. Best thing about having low health, which is both a detriment and also a boon, is that it automatically refills your Muso gauge by a slow rate. So if you can successfully keep your low health while also not dying, you can just spam your Muso attacks constantly. It is a pretty decent strategy. Ah, Hideyoshi. Very important, but not until later. A raid along a razor's edge. I hope I don't fall into the depths of hell before I get to meet Yoshimoto. What is wrong with you, No? Speaking of No, let's play as her. Not play with her. Although she probably would like that. You know, I'm looking at her hairstyle and I'm immediately thinking Robin from One Piece. She has that Robin-esque long hair. Her fighting style is mostly just grace, but also elegance. Grace, elegance, and dangerousness. She's very fun. A little bit too close range for my liking, but that's what the hyper attacks are for. Just constant slashes all over the place. You are so beautiful, No. Why, thank you. Alright, let's head over there. We do have a time limit after all. Let's try out our bombs. Yeah, that's certainly useful. Nobunaga, you're pushing them away from my bomb. You know what, fine. Let's do a combo attack with my breasts showing on full display. I can't even see him anymore. Oh, we're juggling him. Yeah, she's really cool. She's also got this sick butterfly motif. No, what do you want? Is it my love, or is it my head? Both. Is that so? Nobunaga and No's relationship is very, very funny. Oh hey, it's now Tora. Now Tora Ie. I'm not sure if she's supposed to be alive at this point, but she is one of the few women in history who was an actual shogunate in charge of her own clan, and that was mostly just due to most of her family members being killed off. I think her father is going to be unfortunately killed off in this battle. She kind of gets the short end of the stick in this game. And also, she's heavily marketed for her sex appeal in this one. She is the shy character, but is also, like, super sexy. You'll never catch a break now, Tora. I'm so sorry. Ooh, about that. Meanwhile, Nobunaga is just chilling over there for some reason. Not sure what he's doing, but, you know, at least he's having fun. And also complimenting me, even though he's nowhere near me. Defeating barracks captains usually removes a lot of enemies from the general area. And also stops them from reappearing. Good strategy to get rid of the barracks captains if you're being overwhelmed by too many small-time mooks. Alright, we're here. It's about time to fulfill the historical accuracy of jumping down from the hill. Morale 2. Both allied and enemy armies have fluctuating moral levels, which can be achieved or which can be checked at a glance on a moral gauge. When enemy it's morale actually. When enemy morale, it's one of those words that has different pronunciations depending on the context, and I hate those types of words. When the enemy morale is high, red zones will appear and all the enemy soldiers within will be significantly powered up, so don't want that. Enemy morale can be lowered by completing objectives and defeating officers. Lowering the enemy morale will cause the red zones to be nullified. Make wise use of the select button to switch characters. Yeah. We're here to take your head, Yoshimoto. Kind of feel bad for killing someone with a mental disability, but you know what? He's kind of deserved it. He stepped on our turf. His moveset is wacky as well. Fits his personality. I do like that Samurai Warriors 5 made him into an actual intimidating threat as he's supposed to be. Although the trope of him being an idiot is something that has been overused by historians, it's still entertaining. You know, he's still a lovable character at the very least. Even though he really shouldn't be a lovable character, he was a very intimidating foe. But not anymore. Maybe you like it a little harder. Jeez, okay. I forgot how outwardly flirtatious No was. Fits with the personality and the design. We did it! Ah, that must be her father, now Mori. Yeah, not a good idea, dude. We kind of just destroyed your lord and your entire army, so probably not a good idea to face us. Now Mori Ie and Yasutomi Asahina. That's a difficult name. All we can do is withdraw our forces. Yeah, good idea, Tokugawa. Alright, so if we press the up button on the D-pad, we can delegate our partner character. So we're going to have him come straight over here, even though he was already doing that. They're heading to the retreat point. Oh, we just can't have that. Time to renew our old friendship. Says it with a intimidating laugh. Okay. So our new victory condition is to defeat Ieyasu. Ah, okay. So No is one of those characters that has multiple button presses in a power attack combo. So if we press square, triangle, triangle, that will be something added to the already existing combo. So this is one triangle. And this is the second triangle. She does an extra slash. Not bad. Ooh, we managed to get behind him and get rid of the guard. Sweet. Well, I have bad news for you now, Tora. Take care of the EA clan. Wow, straight up just made an orphan out of her in stage 1. And trust me, it's not gonna get any better for her. Ah, looks like there's someone all the way over there. We'll have No go there to take care of him. No, you can actually ride a horse. Oh wait, she is on a horse. I knew I married you for a reason. Whee! Not if I have a say in it. Wow, everyone is heading to the escape point. We just cannot have this happen. Cut them down before they reach the garrison. That's the plan. Prevent Nagateru Udano from reaching Washizu garrison. Well, we already did that. When I was a hostage of the Oda as a boy, Master Nobunaga would often play with me. You just can't make this stuff up. Now that same Nobunaga has killed my lord and is trying to take over the land. Well, time to change allegiances. I must meet him. I cannot simply retreat after my lord has been killed. Hey, it's your funeral, dude. Tadakatsu Honda. Oh, will we actually have to face him? Tadakatsu Honda has left the battlefield. Of course not. Of course we're not gonna face him. Tadakatsu Honda is the Lubu of this game. You just cannot pursue him. Do not pursue Tadakatsu. Hey, it actually fits. Has reached a checkpoint. Dang it, we missed someone. Yeah, I didn't even think of these guys actually heading to a checkpoint all the way down there. Well, that's unfortunate. We might have missed a couple of objectives, but won't change that much. Well, glad to see our friends are delegating rather well. Supply soldiers have reached the checkpoint. Dang it. Alright, well, Nobunaga's taking care of this guy. We probably should just get rid of him now. Yeah, everyone is heading towards the checkpoint now. Hello, monkey. I'm actually surprised we're not talking to Hideyoshi. Really? Everyone has entered the checkpoint? Wow, we kind of screwed that mission up. Jeez, wow, yeah, so many supply officers. Defeat those guys in order to take Narumi Castle. Oh, we already did that. We already completed the objective before we even got the notice for it. Well, at the very least, we can play cleanup. I want to make a name for myself, too. I'm so jealous. Who are you? Yeah, Toshio is one of those characters that I know exists, but I've never really cared about him. He's there. He apparently helped a lot in history, and that's cool. Oh, in that case, we'll face you ourselves. Yeah, you stay back, wife. This is my battle. Oh, I think they're actually playing the victory theme. Well, I mean, we did just kill the guy who we were supposed to kill, so... At this point, we're just... Hello, no. Just randomly comes in on her horse being like, I am helping! While casually just talking about going to the fiery pits of hell. I think gems are used to upgrade weapons. But again, it's been such a long time since I played this game that I barely remember what most of the mechanics actually are. Or even do. Get it! You know, that would have been much cooler if I actually stabbed my sword on top of the guy. Dang, we're just slaying everyone left and right. Get him! Oh gosh, that horse ass. No, I mean, I know you're the type of person to flirt all the time, but I swear that is not my fetish. But don't worry, I don't judge. Even though he totally does. You know what? Nobunaga would be the person that wouldn't judge whatsoever. He would just meet your fetish confession and with a simple, is that so? Or, you know, an evil laugh. Depends on how he feels that day. Hello there, buddy. How would you like to be treated well by my wife? Seems like you're doing well. She's certainly having fun with you. Go get him, no! You know, you can help me with this. No. Yes, that's my name. No, I mean, no. Oh, I am getting seriously buffed up for this. Then I will pardon you. Alright, no, I'll help you. With an ultimate Muso attack. A little laugh at the end, too. This hell is just for two of us. Wow. Now, if that isn't a power couple, I don't know what is. Good job, you two. I love that laugh. Yeah. Alrighty. So we didn't... Yeah, we missed at least 3 objectives. Wow. Okay, well, one of them was only if we were playing as Toshie, sadly. The other 2 probably had to do with the officers that we let escape. And at least we completed most of them. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna do something real quick. I am going to try... and fiddle with the settings real quick. Configure video. No, that's fine. Settings. No, that's fine too. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to end my VTuber model just for this cutscene to see if it changes anything. Usually that ends up lagging my PC. I'm also gonna end some programs here. Yeah, so this isn't just like a Dynasty or Samurai Warriors stream, it's also me testing out the capture card. So if some things aren't working, I want to actually make them work. Yeah, that's all I can really do. Okay. So we got a decent amount. Increasing level. You can earn experience points, EXP, by defeating enemies and picking up scrolls. When your EXP reaches a certain threshold, your level will increase. Increase in levels in your character being strengthened through such means as an increase in abilities or in the length of the Muso gauge, which isn't bad. Yeah, so we have attack, speed, defense, ride. Ride, I think, is the speed for a horse. Not really all that important. But we got level increase and new moves. So now we can strengthen our weapon even more, or we can press the triangle button to create a defensive aura barrier. Pretty handy, actually. Acquiring weapons. You have acquired a new weapon. Weapons can feature up to 8 skills that strengthen your character when using this weapon. You can change the weapons equipped by your player characters under equipment at the pre-battle screen. So we have some stuff for Nobunaga along with some skills. Courage. Increased damage dealt to enemy officers. Cavalry. Power-up moves you can execute while mounted. And Tremor. Rocks accompanying your attacks and knock out enemies and inflict additional damage. You usually want an element and also some form of extra damage like cavalry on your weapons. So that's a pretty decent Serpent King, or Serpent Katana. And we have another one. Increases defense. We gain shock. Lightning accompanies your attacks and inflicts damage on the surrounding enemies. And all Alacrity. Alacrity? Increase your speed. Could be better. Underdog, huh? Increases damage dealt to enemies knocked in the air. That's decent considering No has a lot of launch attacks. And Nullification decreases damage taken from enemies' elemental attacks. That seems very situational. Increases your weapon's power. Yeah, we'll look through these weapons later on. Acquiring items. You have acquired an item. There are a variety of different types of items, from health recovery items to those which increase attack strength. Used wisely, they can help turn the battle in your favor. Items can be equipped under equipment at the pre-battle screen. Items can be used in battle in the following manners. Select left or right on the D-pad to select the item you wish to use, and press the down button to use selected item. These can relatively be a boon for your battle, and they will ultimately decide the battle's outcome, especially if you bring healing items like Dongo. So yeah, we're definitely going to bring a Dongo in the next battle. Cup of Vitality level 1 restores 1 segment of your Muso gauge. And Frostblade level 1 for 60 seconds, add an ice elemental to your attacks. Yeah, I feel like the Dongo is probably the best one. You always want to have more health, you know? After the storm. Can't stop trembling. Nobunaga's a greater man than I thought. And he wasn't in the battle, but he was spectating. Mitsuhide. Do you want to watch? You can watch me know if you want. I'm into that. Resounding victory. I was a little worried for a moment there, but Lord Nobunaga had it under control. Oichi. We didn't get to use her in the battle, but she's cool. She's cool beans. Brother, what is it? You look so distant. Waiting for him to arrive. Is it Mitsu? Oh, he was waiting for Mitsuhide. Oh, the bromance continues even in this game. At that moment, Mitsuhide Akechi pushed his way forward through the men and kneeled before Nobunaga. I heard that. I heard him call himself Jubei. I believe that was his original name. Because they did call him Jubei in Samurai Warriors 5 before he had the Mitsuhide title. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. They say it in Japan, but they don't say it in the English subtitles for some reason. Strange. You're the one who works for my wife's army. You know, my wife's family. Who? Yeah, you're right. They're not that important in this game. I'm glad the voice line didn't get cut when he was laughing, because my gosh, he has an amazing laugh. It's always Japanese voice actors that have the greatest laughs for their characters. There's Nobunaga, there's Crocodile from One Piece, Vomdemon from Digimon, who is actually just Crocodile because they share the same voice actor. Exact same voice and exact same laugh. It's almost like he just wanted to redo Crocodile again. Oh, and also Sima Yi. But of course, Sima Yi is obvious. He's known for that laugh. Both in the Japanese and English version. Both of them are pretty good. Alright, next stage, Nobunaga's Ascent. Forces opposed to Nobunaga have gathered together, attack both the enemy's mind and body, and cut a path to victory. So before we do that... Actually, while we do that, I'm gonna fiddle more with the settings. So we won the Battle of Okehazama, which is a miracle. We actually weren't supposed to win that. Ashikage. So the Saito have now made their move. The Saito were the clan that Nobunaga's wife belonged to. Nohime of the Saito. That tongue. Nobunaga's Ascent. As opposed to Nobunaga's Ambition. So despite this being a marriage of politics, they do actually like each other. Yeah, Toshie, the wife of the clan that we're talking about killing is right there. There's a reason why I don't like you. But then again, she doesn't give a flying fudge. Especially since she was given a mission beforehand. If he is a fool, kill him. So yeah, I'm not sure how this is based on historical basis, but there's a lot of folk tales of Nohime being given a mission by her father Dosan Saito. If Nobunaga ends up being a fool as he's known to be, then she has the right to kill him. Samurai Warriors likes to play with this notion a lot. In some games, Nohime is straight up all about that mission, and she tries to find the right opportunity to kill Nobunaga. Other times, she's just absolutely loyal to him. My favorite version of No is probably Samurai Warriors 1, where she had to juggle both her love and her mission to kill Nobunaga, to the point where she is entirely sadistic and loves the thrill of this type of relationship. She still kills her father, but she also likes to threaten to kill Nobunaga every now and then. And you know what? That makes her hot. Alright, so we actually have a lot of characters in this mission. We have Mitsuhide, of course. We also have Oichi's new husband by proxy of it being a political marriage, Nagamasa Azai. The Azai are now in association with the Oda as an alliance. Hideyoshi and Maguichi Saika, a mercenary who is working with the Oda, who is apparently best friends with Hideyoshi in this game. I'm not sure if that's based on history either. Actually, Maguichi has a lot that's missing with this character in terms of him being the actual person. We have Katsuya Shibata, who I think used to be Oichi's husband until he planned a rebellion against Nobunaga that failed. So now he's just her bodyguard, which is actually kind of a sad existence when you think about it. Your wife got taken from you, and now you have to protect that wife and her new husband. Gosh, what a poor man. And we have this dude. Oichi. We could probably play as Oichi. I actually like playing as Oichi a lot. And we have Nene. I'm surprised she's introduced to this early, though. She's supposed to be the wife of Hideyoshi over here. And I guess in Samurai Warriors, they like to think of her as a ninja. So yeah, she's just a ninja. Hideyoshi got himself a ninja wife. A ninja wife that likes to act as a mom to pretty much everyone. So I guess if you really can just call her mommy. And Kenji Maeda. He's a bit of a folklore hero. Don't really know much about him other than his inclusion in Samurai Warriors. So I think we're just gonna play as Mitsuhide. And our second character is going to be Oichi. I like playing as Oichi. She's my favorite character in pretty much every Samurai Warriors game. She's very, very fun. She gained a new moveset in Samurai Warriors 3, and it's basically what's used in this game as well. In 1 and 2, she had a Kadama that she used, which was a cup and ball that you usually see people playing with in Japanese material. In these games, 3 and 4, she gained access to rings. And, I mean, it's still a good moveset, but I kind of miss the Kadama. It was good. It was really good. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn up the voices a little bit. Just a little. Okay. Because I could barely hear Nobunaga's laugh in the last battle. So we have Nobunaga's Ascent. Our targets are Tatsusoki Sato, or Saito, and Hisahide Matsunaga. Hisahide was the spider motif guy. And the reason why we're defeating the Saito is because after Dosan Saito's death, which was before Okehazama, we have proven that the Saito are unworthy. And so we must kill and slaughter No's entire clan. And she is wholly okay with this. Actually, I think we're supposed to be playing as No in this battle, because there's a specific mission revolving around her. Should we play as No, or should we play as Mitsuhide and Oichi? You know what? We'll go back. and will play as sisters be doing it for themselves. And they actually are sisters. You know, sisters by marriage. And plus, No actually has weapons here. Let's see. Potency is pretty good because it just increases our overall power. Not really feeling Hoarder, though. You know what? We'll go with that because it has more power. And items do stack depending on the character's position. So No is the first player character, so she gains everything that Mitsuhide equipped. Which is nice, it's nice. I don't have to constantly go into the menus to change everything. Yeah, so I've noticed throughout this session that the PlayStation 3 is lagging a bit when it comes to the sound and audio, and also the graphics. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. At least I'm able to play this game and stream it. I am probably just going to leave off my VTuber model though, just to be safe. So they're introducing us to commands. We can command a character to go to a certain position. Simple enough. Barracks. Battlefields occasionally feature buildings known as barracks. Allied reinforcements will emerge from allied barracks, while enemy reinforcements will appear from enemy barracks. Defeat the barrack captain defending the barracks to seize it for your army. Furthermore, the rice bales found near barracks contain recovery items. Yes, the food libraries. The amazing food libraries. One second, I actually have to message someone. Because they were calling me. Alright. Saito Miyoshiro Kaku Koderu. We will kill them all. Spear charge. This is something that I used in the last battle. One second. Okay. So Spirit Charge. Successfully landing attacks on the enemy will cause your spirit gauge to fill. Once the gauge reaches a certain level, you can use part of the gauge to execute certain special moves. Spirit Charge. X after a successful attack, a charge attack... Wait, after a successful attack, a charge attack that breaks down an enemy's block. That's weirdly written for some reason, but yeah, the logic is that it's just an extra attack that breaks away from enemy attacks. It's basically a guard break, in the simplest terms. Oh, you know what? I think I finally fixed it. Never mind. I was going through my settings real quick while reading this tutorial, and I disabled use hardware decoding when available, and that doesn't seem to have worked. Yeah, that definitely didn't seem to have worked. Oh well. Oh, we'll just keep that off for now. I'm testing out the settings just to see what works and what doesn't work. Yes, we must defeat everyone! Sorry, Mitsuhide. I'm leaving this battle up to you, monkey. Nobunaga had a lot of nicknames for his officers and family members. And pretty much everyone, really. It was his way of showing affection, but also, you know, he didn't really bother to learn everyone's name. Hideyoshi is an interesting character, especially with the way he's portrayed in later on in the story. The plan hatched by Hideyoshi Hashiba has been carried out in Tsunomato. So we will have to wait for that. Ooh, this person was about to die. Or not really, actually. Escort the supply soldiers to Tsunomata. Alright, we'll just have you do that, Oichi. But, apparently also Goemon was just showed up. Where the heck is Goemon? Goemon! The legendary ninja. Despite the fact that he does not look like a ninja in the slightest. He's advancing on the supply soldiers. We need to stop him. Oh, good job, Oichi. Speaking of which, where the heck is Goemon? Ah, there he is. Don't you dare! Noah's busy right now, please. So yeah, he's a ninja despite having a giant cannon on his back and one of those things that are supposed to fit the cannonball inside. What a weird design. So yeah, Oichi is a little awkward. Again, I am way more... Ooh! She put her ring over Goemon. Ouch! So if I remember correctly... Oichi, where is she? There she is. Her special skill, gradually restore allies' health, restores Muso when successful. Yeah, she has a healing move. So if we just use this next to the supply soldier, he automatically gains health. That's pretty dang good. Oichi is fantastic. Having a healing move really helps in the long run. Alright, so we've gotten rid of all the enemies here in the castle. Or settlement, at least. And we'll just deal with any officers down here. Supply soldiers have met at Tsunomata. And with that, they created a castle in just a short night. A temporary castle has been built in Tsunomata. The famous Hideyoshi strategy of creating a castle so fast that it intimidated all the enemy officers. Built in one night. The castle, I believe, is built with flimsy material, but the enemies don't need to know that. They just need to know... Oh, dang, Oichi's dabbing. I never noticed that she dabs there. Yeah, so that's the rage. That's what we used in the last stage with Nobunaga. We go into a frenzy stage, and then we use our Muso to do a super ultra mega Muso frenzy attack. Kanbei. Building this castle so quickly was remarkable, but what was truly impressive is how he knew it would crush our will to fight. Kanbei is so cool. The gothic wizard of this game. And in the next game, he uses Shikigamis. Hanbei. Hanbei and Kanbei working together. Two very famous strategists of this time. What are they planning, though? Engineer Captain has arrived. Alright, no, you're gonna have to deal with these guys. I need to go fight this captain. Strangely, I will crush them. Yeah, we need to destroy these guys before it's too late. Yeah, can't let them get near the castle. Nice. It's an ambush. Defeat Katahira Gamo and Sarahira Gamo. Well, I mean, I think we got rid of one of them already. Okay, advanced moves number 1. Mighty Strike, another new mechanic. Triangle, when the icon is displayed, unleashes a devastating Mighty Strike to inflict massive damage. The Mighty Strike is a particularly powerful attack, but it can only be inflicted when the icon is displayed above the opponent's head. In order for this to happen, certain conditions must be met, such as lowering the enemy's health to a certain level and stunning the enemy. So if you want to do the stun the enemy trick, you have to guard them while they do an attack, and that will allow you to do the finisher. Also, the second combo string is usually, this one right here, is usually used as an automatic finisher. So you do that on an enemy who is on the ground, and sometimes they will be stunned like that. No, they'll always be stunned like that, but sometimes you get the finisher. So it is pretty handy to constantly use the second string. Later on, I'm gonna have to abuse the guard trick, though. The guard trick is essentially just constantly mashing the guard button, waiting for the enemy to hit you, and then it will automatically force them to gain that finisher. You saw through my plan. We kind of need to destroy this guy. There we go. Kanbei Kuroda is advancing towards Hideyoshi. We're gonna need to stop him. Oh my gosh, Hideyoshi is the Naruto. Wow, look at that. Kanbei is just wielding a crystal ball with an even bigger ball following right in front of him. So yeah, Hideyoshi is basically the Naruto of this game, where he constantly does talk no jutsu with getting people to join his side. He's gonna do this with Kanbei. So advanced moves number 2, flip. Press the L1 button or X after being knocked in the air to regain your balance in mid-air. Decent trick. And shadow dodge. X when about to take damage. Use up a spirit gauge and dodge the enemy's attack. Perfect block. L1 when you're about to take damage. So this is the trick right here. Block the enemy attack, followed up by pressing triangle when prompt to unleash a mighty strike and turn the tables. These defensive moves can be particularly useful when surrounded by enemies or under pressure. And this is exploitable by constantly mashing the L1 button to force the enemy to hit you. So if we say wait for Kanbei to attack us, there we go. I was just mashing the guard button. And then we can do it again if we wanted to. But Kanbei is actually pretty powerful. He attacked no matter how much he knew it hurt Lady No. I don't think I'll ever like that man. Well, too bad for you. No actually wanted to do this. Another thing about the audio. There's an audio issue with the pitch being incredibly low. Actually, now that I think about it. Let me see. Threshold release. No. See, I thought it was one of the filters that I had activated, but no, it isn't actually. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave this at default. I'm gonna leave the stuff at default, and this is just how it's gonna be. FPS will not be changed, but yeah. There we go. So hopefully that will fix things. Still trying to get the settings right. I don't think that fixed anything. Why not join the Oda? So he defeated Kanbei. Yeah, you kinda don't. We kinda defeated you, dude. Well, that sucks. Yeah, the Inaba don't want anything to do with us. Well, actually they do, but mostly because they're scared of us. The Mino 3 will join the Oda. We got the Mino 3 on our side. Nice. Personally, I don't know anything about the Mino 3. I just know that they have a really cool name. Yeah, he better not. Now the Mino 3 have switched sides? And yeah, Hanbei realizes that this is all because of Hideyoshi. Oh, Minonori Yagyu. Munenori Yagyu has appeared to protect the Territory Ward. Or Territory Ward. Another playable character. Light the Tertiary Ward on fire. Defeat Munenori Yagyu and Michikazu Inui in order to secure the fire attack point. We're straight up gonna barbecue people. Hey, nice. No, got an even longer attack screen. Or string. Yes! She's becoming even more and more powerful. Constant flips. I know. She is beautiful. Yeah, honestly, we just spammed the square button and she is alright. You're quite a wonderful fighter. Thank you, sister. You know, if I saw a lady constantly flip all over the place defeating a bunch of people, I probably would be scared too. I wanted that gem. I want the gem. Thank you. We're just running over everybody. Yeah, don't lie, Yagyu. You actually do want to do this. Yagyu is a really cool character. Comes from a very respected clan, and also he's just a general badass in this game. He wields a giant katana, a massive katana, with just one hand. And he constantly has it in the sheath. Did not expect that laugh. I think him fighting with the sheath still on the sword is a thing about the actual person that Yagyu is based off of. He created the practice of the sword of peace, if I remember correctly. So it's pretty in line with his historical counterpart. The fire attack captains have appeared. Good job, my lovely husband. You set the place on fire while I was still inside. All forces, charge! At least there's someone smart in the army. No, you're gonna have to go over there. Those guys are advancing towards Nobunaga. Well, it seems like the perfect time to dab. Defeat Tatsuoki Saito and Hanbei Takanaka. Oh man, I like Hanbei. Crush him. Does this make you sad? No. No, this is your family. I think that's your brother that we're killing. Then show me your resolve. Okay. Bunch of people have appeared. Bonus objectives. By fulfilling certain conditions in battle, bonus objectives may be set. Clear these bonus objectives and you can receive additional rewards and weapons. When the inactive player character fulfills the conditions for the bonus objective to be unlocked, an icon will be displayed on the screen. Press select to switch to the character. Okay. So this we would only get if we had No in the party, which we do. Ensure No defeats Shigenori Takanaka and Saizo Kani and Michitoshi Naga. You're asking a lot from us, dude. We're gonna have Oichi wait right here. I like how Hanbei still thinks that we're being forced into this when this is all our decision. Poor Hanbei. Hanbei and No have this sort of interesting relationship where Hanbei acts like a worried little brother for No, despite the fact that No probably doesn't even care at all about Hanbei. It's very interesting. Alright, we'll try to get rid of these guys as fast as possible. Go, my butterfly. Not as powerful as Yuyuko's butterflies. Maybe you'd like it a little harder. Jeez. She is just the incarnation of horny. And you know what? She's a fun character nonetheless. There we go. And that's it for the mission. Nice. That better get us a lot of experience. No. Poor kid. He still thinks I'm being forced to do this. Hello, my lady. It's been too long. Taste my bombs. Ooh, Hanbei is actually pretty strong. Yeah, Saito is actually dealing a lot of damage, mostly because he's enraged. You know, I kind of forgot that Hanbei's weapon was a pendulum. Well, it's more like a clock, actually. Tatsuoki Saito has been defeated. Yeah, sure, dude. Oh, we actually captured him. Oh, no, wait, we captured Hanbei. Yeah. I love how nonchalant he is. Aw, well, I've been captured. Uh-oh. Well, we dealt with the Saito, but now we have Hisahida here. He's brought the Ashikage? Hisahida Matsunaga has captured Yoshiaki Ashikage. Yeah, that's not good. He's captured our friend. Alright, I guess we know what we need to do. Oh, I don't think we can actually get to that location. He just really wants to get rid of Nobunaga. It's like his only reason for doing this is because Nobunaga is acting as the villain, and no one can be the villain other than Hisahide. Prevent Koshosho and Nagafusa Shinohara from approaching Nobunaga. Oh, we have Koshosho already. Lady Misfortune herself. Yeah, we're gonna have to defeat them before. Oh, Nobunaga's coming straight over here. Yeah, we need to defeat Koshosho fast. The girl with one of the weirdest weapons in the game. She just uses a sash. That is a lot of bodies. I'll bring you misfortune. Well, you are Misfortune herself. Not anymore, though. Defeat all the enemy officers. Well, that was easy. Oichi has defeated Koshosho. Two characters with really weird names defeated each other. Alright, Hisahide. You might want to get off that horse. Oh my gosh, he's on the horse! Wow, that's actually not working. No, you want to help us out over here? No? No? Okay, no. I guess no doesn't. Apparently we had a couple of officers over here who didn't actually die. One of our officers is struggling on the other side of the map, even though there aren't any enemies on that side. Okay. I mean, I would bring Oichi over there so that she can heal you, but at the same time, eh. I can't get enough of No's horny talk. It's just so hilarious. Like, it's not even sexy at this point. It's just funny. Uh-oh. Well, good thing we have an item. Okay, where's that enemy? Or barracks captain, apparently. Ooh, not bad. That was a decent combo. Apparently there was an officer over here. Sisters be doing it for themselves, oh yeah. And this does indeed activate the true moveset. Nice. And with that, I think we only have one person left to deal with. The man himself. Garland, we meet again. We gotta stop him before he goes back in time. And meets up with the Warrior of Light, aka Nobunaga. Or you know what? The Warrior of Light would probably be Mitsuhide. Oh. Wait, I missed some dialogue. What did he say to No? Now that the Saito had been destroyed, does that mean you will turn your blade on me? Oh, when you came to me, you knew that one day you would turn your blade on either the Saito or me. Now that the Saito had been destroyed, does that mean you will turn your blade on me? Or will you change yourself instead? Wow, they literally just compacted No's entire storyline in Samurai Warriors 1 into just one stage. And yeah, Nobunaga totally knew that her mission was to kill him. He knew all along that Dosan Saito put the test on him. Oh, he's just laughing at no. What a freak. But you know what? She's a freak too. She's the Viper's daughter. Which, by the way, it makes sense that she has a viper wrapped around her right leg. She's got that snake motif. E. So we had a couple of missions that we could have done. We have Maguichi and Hideyoshi, or we could have had Mitsuhide. We probably should have used Mitsuhide, actually. Oichi was fun, but Mitsuhide could have actually done something interesting here. Oh well. I guess we'll just have to settle for no being level 8 now. Jeez, that's a huge level. And she can now put a bunch of bombs all over the place, or she can knock nearby men unconscious and drain their muso. So she can suck. Good to know. Good job, Oichi. She gained a lot of new combos, actually. Good for her. Cannot attain any more weapons. Oh, right, there's a weapon limit. Yeah, this is something I'm not a big fan of. But we have a weapon limit of 8. So we got rid of one thing. So I think we're going to get rid of the basic weapon, which has no skills on it whatsoever. I am fine with that. Goddess Sweep. Cup of Vitality 2, Armor Valor 1, Boots of Celerity. I like the design. Flare Blade. For 60 seconds, add a Lightning Elemental to your attack. And Carnage Blade adds an Earth Element. And we also got another one, which means we get 500 gold. And an Arcane Scroll level 1 for 15 seconds. Your spirit gauge will not decrease. Fortune Amulet level 1 for 120 seconds. Defeated enemies will gain a 25% chance of dropping gold. Now see, that's pretty good if you want to grind for some gold. We got a lot of new options here. Yes. He's such a sad man. Oh. Get used to him saying that. It's gonna be his Samurai Wars 4 variant of, is that so? Just trolls the villain. Well done, dude. Well done. You're now able to play as Mitsuhide Akechi within free mode. I thought we already could. You're now able to play as Maguichi Saika, Nagamasa Zai, Nene. I whipped that Nene. I always think of that song. Okay. So I'm currently just looking at a bunch of stuff. We did like 2 missions and we tested out the stream. I feel like this is a good place to stop for now, especially since it's getting a little bit late. And also, I did what I wanted to do. I wanted to test out the capture card for 1 session. We went for like an hour and 40 minutes. That seems like a good place to stop. So there are definitely a lot of flaws to my capture card when it comes to PS3 streaming. I am going to do a little bit of research beforehand to figure out if there's anything I can do about any of this and, you know, try to fix it. If I can't, then that's fine. We'll probably just play the game normally like this, but if I can find a way to fix it, I will gladly, you know, do that option. But for now, we're going to call it a day. I would stream something else, but I don't have anything else besides Final Fantasy that I can stream. Maybe Final Fantasy. Nah, you know what? I think I'll just call it a day and we'll stream again tomorrow. So, yeah. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we will stream either Final Fantasy VII or some more Samurai Warriors 4 tomorrow, depending on whether or not I can fix this lag issue as well as the low pitch audio. Because I've noticed that. I have noticed that everything is low pitch and the audio is slightly slowed down, which isn't annoying for people who aren't used to this game, but it's very annoying to me. It's extremely noticeable. But again, if there's nothing I can do about it, then so be it. I'll just have to bear with it. Or, you know, get a new capture card. Maybe a more expensive one. But that will be down the line. Either way, I will see you all next time. I'll see you tomorrow for some more, whatever game we play. So see you then. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.